Yeah, so non-spoiler ratings and reviews right now. So my rating for Superman, I give it 9 hashtag super shits out of 10.
Oh, that's good. I give it a strong 9 monkey soldiers out of 10. Monkey hate soldiers out of 10. This was great. It was a fun time.
It was great. Everybody, there was not a single like miscast person. There was not a single character I was like, what are they doing here? I had a great time. I thought everyone was fantastic.
You know what? James Gunn really delivered on his promise for, a brighter future at DC. But even more so, like, we're just dropped into this feeling that, like, this movie is one of the most comic book films I've ever seen.
My
Every
God, it is,
every
dude.
single scene, it's like one of the panels from a comic book page, kind of put on the big screen. And also these set pieces that are so comically larger than life. It's really great though, because I feel like obviously The Dark Knight was a massive success with Christopher Nolan, and it introduced this more grounded, mature toned way of adapting comic book characters, and it worked. It was great because it was groundbreaking. We hadn't seen that before. But I feel like the response to that was over a decade of people trying to replicate that vibe, and you see that play out largely in like Zack Snyder's vision, which I'm not even saying there wasn't any positives in any of those, but that's what they were really going for. Like, that is something that was trying to be replicated, and I feel like that was more of a Christopher Nolan thing than an actual
Yeah.
comic book thing, and I feel like people lose sight of that. And James Gunn brings it back to this, like, it's just so nice to see color again in movies, and using it to make it bright and vibrant and exciting instead of these dark muted tones, and it makes it
Yeah.
more enjoyable as a moviegoer to see.
And the thing we don't get in any of those movies, including the Nolan movies and Zack Snyder movies, is characters like Superman who have these bubbly, fun, but also vulnerable personalities, really get to shine. We don't really see those kind of characters in those movies. And this movie, everybody's having a good time. Like, this movie is just so fun and lighthearted. It's got its dark moments, sure. It's got some fucked up stuff that happens, sure. But those moments feel heavier because the whole movie is so lighthearted. So when you see Superman go through such a hard struggle, at some points it feels real. It feels heavier than the whole movie being dark and depressing, You gotta have the light with the dark. You gotta have that balance, and this movie does it really well.
The biggest difference to me is, and the similar lines of what you're saying, in Man of Steel and in the Snyder films after that, Superman as a character is portrayed more as like a martyr and like a Jesus-like figure to the world. It's an interesting take. In theory, sure, it is. But in